Hi guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I wish any of you celebrating a happy Father's Day. And yeah, whew, it has been a week, hasn't it? I don't even know. I don't even have words. It's just been a lot out there in the world, all around the world. Oh my goodness. So let's close it out with Intuitive Whispers Oracle. Whoop. I'm sending all my love out to all of you, and let's get you a message from this new Oracle deck. Ooh, perfect for Virgo energy, although if you're here as a cross watcher, you can claim it. Card number 5, Ground from the Root. And it has this beautiful, so appropriate, I'm coming in close here so you can see this feminine figure, and she is actually part of the tree here. Ground from the root. Yes. I'm going to read it to you as well. Energetically, we all need a little grounding from the root. It says, escape from your overthinking mind and ground yourself in your body. Right down to your roots. You are spending too much time in your thoughts, which are holding you in your past or predicting an uncertain future. When you are grounded, you are fully present in your body. There is a deep wisdom that can be found there. The insights from your own life experiences, plus the wisdom of your ancestors who have walked before you. It's time to get rooted in nature and connect fully to your body to rediscover the strength that lies deep within you. Yeah. That's some good Virgo stuff. I like that. We can all take from that. I wanted to see something here. So if you missed it, I did do the full moon in Sagittarius reading. Powerful full moon. We're far past it, but that was pretty big. I also did the monthly, right? The June 2025 Love Tarot monthly energy update. So we're just now moving into the third week. We just closed out the first 2 weeks of the month. So as we move into the third week, and if you go to that reading, the way that I do it is I take the spread week by week, for your person, for you, for the connection, and then part 3, and it's time-stamped, I go through the astrology for the month and sort of overlay that, and so that you can watch, you can just jump to part 3 and sort of see what's happening astrologically, and then I kind of refer to that part of the spread so you kind of know what's happening. So Mars is about to move into Virgo in 2 days from now on the 17th. So that whole part where it's talking about like root into the body is very Marsian, okay? That is a Mars construct because Mars is the planet of embodied action. And Mars in Virgo is, it's attention to detail and healing and purification. Mars rules the body. Virgo invented all of the systems that run our bodies. So we kind of come home to some healing and embodiment when Mars is in Virgo. So the fact that that's happening and it's kind of probably right there, we're like just a day or two away, makes this make sense to me as a Virgo. So that oracle is not lost on me. And we have a couple of powerful squares happening right now as well. So we've got some tough energy when we have a square. Something has to change. Something's got to, got to give. And so if you're feeling some sort of way right now, like, I don't know, right? Then focus on grounding from the root and imagine yourself carry this visual with you that, you're getting fed from the root and pull it up and then out, right? To kind of like you are one with the tree. So I know that's a little, I'm going deep on that. Going deep. But anyway. Let's jump in. I'm going to do this spread. They have been running long for everybody. We'll see what comes through. So let's see what we get for you, Virgo. And welcome, cross watchers, and welcome to those of you who are new to the channel. Happy to have you join us. Ooh, Empress. Divine feminine energy, and what's crossing Empress today is the 5 of Cups. So yeah, looking back to the past, maybe that Empress energy, which Empress energy, divine feminine, we're trying to be open and receptive, and yet we're carrying a lot of what's gone on in the past. Maybe some loss or sense of regret, mistakes that were made. And so it's a challenge to always be open and receptive when we look back, if we're looking back. Especially if there's some unresolved grief around it. So in the root of the problem, or the root, the below of it all, 2 of Swords. You may be at a crossroads here. An important decision will have to be made. In the past, Queen of Wands. I'm going to wait for clarifiers on that. Yeah, top of mind. I think you got clobbered here. I think you got clobbered. I think there is some unresolved pain and loss and grief from the past that is now kind of like you can't help it. It's rising to the surface, even if it was eons ago, right? This is a crossroads moment. Oof. And this Queen of Wands has either just in the past, it's where that occurred, where you first became disempowered, or for those of you with a third party that you are aware of, right, that energetic, karmic energy, whatever that was about. So we'll see. I like to mention it because, sometimes when we're kind of looking back with loss and pain that rises to the surface, and we're at a crossroads where we kind of need to resolve it, let it go, oftentimes there are other players in the mix. Ooh, yeah, time to move on. Chariot in the near future, for sure. Virgo, my goodness. Spirit, Ace of Wands, is talking to you about something to do with this is a gift, and it can be new passion, it can be renewed passion, an opportunity, we'll see, hidden energy of your person, King of Swords. Kind of interesting. If this person is the one that hurt you, they may be kind of coming in with, it's hidden from you, but this is maybe that they want to do right by you now. This is someone that really hurt you, and they may want to do right by you. That's about honor and integrity and honesty and all of that. Yeah, this 8 of Wands in the outcome position, excuse me, I'm feeling like there's some kind of communication. It is what's happening here is that, and I say the root of the problem for this position, but it's really at the root of it all, is you're at a crossroads and something's about to be decided, and it's kind of in your hands. And I feel as if this person is sort of entering with some truth, wanting to make things right. And the communication is what will give you the opportunity to move forward to, however you want to handle it. I do feel it will be in your hands. Let's see. All right. Empress crossed by the 5 of Cups. Wow, wow, wow. Ground from the root. No kidding. Yes, 4 of Cups, the Moon. Oh my gosh, Virgo, Ace of Cups. This is or was the love of your life. Since I've got the 5 of Cups, it's past tense, meaning that this is someone that hurt you once upon a time. It isn't still happening. It happened. And for some of you, like I said, eons ago. And you may not have any clue as to where they are. You don't know what's going on with them. But this was the love of your life. And it really left you feeling very rejected, very hurt. With the Moon, right now it's kind of triggering. It's like a little PTSD trigger response to even have this all kind of rising to the surface, the pain rising to the surface type mind. It's like, yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday. And so, but the Moon is sort of what we, it's behind the veil, what we can't see, and we kind of have to go on intuition, and our emotions are what drive us. And it's just feeling to me like you're looking back with all this sort of heaviness, sadness even. 4 of Cups, I'm feeling the sadness. Whew. And with the 5 of Cups, after time passes, it's not just the loss and, that you felt at the time. It's like when we, time is great for perspective, because we can look back and say, yeah, I wish I hadn't done this or that, or, I have regrets about that or about this. We can look with honesty, and we can say, yeah, I didn't make the best choices myself, or, I wasn't perfect. And it's not that the other person isn't responsible for what they brought to the party either. It's just that we kind of, with time, we get to kind of say, yeah, wasn't good all the way around. And that's what I feel like I'm seeing, the sadness. And also, yet with that Moon, it's just triggering. All those things come to the surface. The emotions come to the surface. The uncertainty comes to the surface. The blocked intuition comes. Our intuition is trying to help us navigate, but it's difficult. So in the underneath of it all, 2 of Swords. We're at a crossroads here. An important decision may need to be made. The World. 9 of Swords. 2 of Swords again. So when I say in the below, in the root of the problem, whatever, I leave a little wiggle room. Yeah, it's difficult because something's rising to the surface here after some time has passed from the offending incident, from whatever happened. And we've got the, bookends of the Two of Swords. So conscious awareness and unconscious awareness. But all of this is still not something you're looking at on the regular. It's in the below. It's not, it's there. And it's sort of like you've got these subtle reminders that, and it's anxiety provoking that, I got to close out that cycle. Yeah, because this is Saturn. And when we've got the World card, it's about new beginnings and spirits showing you a potential new beginning. And when that happens, it's sort of like, even if it's not right here, right in front of our face, energetically we know, something's coming through to me. I'm sort of getting all these signs, signals, synchronicities, or energetic reminders, or I'm having a dream about it, or I see something and it's a reminder and I'm brought right back into it. And so there is that at the root of it all, I gotta, if I want a new beginning and I've got to close something out that I haven't really fully resolved. And it's very upsetting. It can be very upsetting. It can kind of lead one to toss and turn, to be very unsettled. Like, why am I thinking about this? It was long ago. Why am I there? Why am I there? Right? Because energies come through, planets change signs, energies shift, and something happens, or you have a reminder, or Spirit says, you ready? I can't hear you. You ready? Right? And you're either, yep, I'm ready. Or you're like, nope, not ready yet. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just energy. It's just energy. And every now and then, we get a little reminder somehow that we haven't really closed something out. Are you ready to? Are you not ready to? Two of Swords. So in the past, Queen of Wands, Three of Swords, King of Cups, Empress. You are the Empress. I firmly believe for those of you that had a third-party situation, and you were the one that got clobbered, as I say, you're the Empress to this King of Cups. And there was a Queen of Wands as the karmic partner to the King of Cups. I don't know, could have been their mother, could have been an ex, could have been a wife, could have been anything. But what I'm trying to say is, for those of you who are sitting here watching saying, yep, it was a third party, that's your message. If it wasn't a third party, I'm not telling you that it was. I'm not giving you new information. That is not the kind of tarot that I do in a collective reading setting. But I am feeling that the most strongly. Otherwise, I feel like this King of Cups definitely disempowered you. That there was a strong attraction. There was a strong connection. And that it just, whatever, this person just ripped your effing heart out. And it really disempowered you. Dethroned you. So imagine that reversed. Okay? So either way, for some of you, it'll be a little bit of both, right? But you're definitely the Empress here, definitely the Divine Feminine, definitely operating from the highest and best of all four queens. So take that part, and then I felt strongly the minute I pulled the spread that I saw a karmic in the mix. But it in this kind of a reading, it's not going to hold true for everyone. Three of Swords. Hanged Man. Ten of Cups. King of Swords. Yeah. So top of mind for you right now, you're definitely focused on that pain. And yet with the Hanged Man, I like this because this is a card of perspective, right? And like you're kind of waiting for some enlightenment, because it's almost as if you're saying, what was that really a thing? Did I imagine it? Right? The Ten of Cups. Were we almost at that happily ever after? Was it really that we had all this bliss and nirvana? Could we really have been that happy if this person could do this to me? Do you see what I'm saying? I'm almost feeling like you're pushing the pause button to kind of really evaluate it, looking down, like you're kind of seeing the players on the stage and you're sort of lording over it, looking at it, watching it all play out, so that you can have an objective view of what was really going on there, instead of the subjective experience of being in it at the time, almost as if you're challenging yourself. Was that really the case? And of course, this person, this King of Swords, in your unconscious awareness, were they really that honorable? Were they really, did they really intend to be happy with me? Were they as happy as I was? So I do feel that's sort of what your frame of mind is right now. It's it's not necessarily that you're in pain, but I think you're bringing that to the surface to sort of examine it objectively. Obviously, before you close it out, if this person isn't readily available and you're making a decision, you're at that crossroads, that Hanged Man is important, because it sort of gives you the opportunity to operate from some higher spiritual wisdom. The Hanged Man does wait for that spiritual enlightenment to kind of drop in, so that you can see it and say, yeah, I do think this person and I were both equally happy. Or the alternative, yeah, no, couldn't have been. Do you see? So let's see the Chariot in the near future. High Priestess, Death card. Oh, Knight of Wands. Okay. So in the near future, I almost get the impression that what you gather from what you're experiencing right now, that, like, let me observe this, let me look at this, let me sort of assess or get a fresh objective perspective. I feel like that intuition really serves you well. And it is about a release. It is about a letting go so you can move forward and make progress. The problem is that in your unconscious awareness, you're still open to a passionate return. There's a part of you that's still like, it's all good when in our conscious awareness, we're kind of operating on intuition that says, you can now move about the cabin. Yep, you're getting the intuitive hits that all systems go. I'm onward and upward, and I'm letting go of things that don't serve me, and this is my opportunity for growth, change, and transformation. But then somehow inside, there's almost like a little sixth sense that you're not really done, that this person could still show up. somehow, some way. And maybe it's just because that's their MO, their modus operandi, that they just kind of on the fly, they just show up uninvited, unannounced, here I am, right? So it's kind of like in there, like, I'm ready to move on, but I know that now that I'm going to do that, they're sure to show up, right? It's not like you're going to lead with that consciously, but it's going to be there, lingering. So let's see the message from Spirit. Ace of Wands, Page of Wands. That could be a message. Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. I'm going to pull for this King of Swords because it's driving me crazy. In the hidden energy, Justice, yes. Page of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, this person, I feel as if Spirit's message to you is definitely that, first of all, you've heard me say it a bazillion times if you follow me, aces are gifts from Spirit, and we have to take it. It's being handed to us. We have to reach out and take it. But in this case, it's the Ace of Wands is kind of coming from this page. It's almost as if Spirit's handing it to you and saying, so are you going to take it? Are you going to take it? And if you take it, there comes with it sort of positive interaction, communication at sort of a ground level, almost a reconnection of sorts coming from this Page of Wands. And then you have to decide, do you take the message? It's a positive message. It's maybe flirtatious. It could be coming from someone new. It could be coming from someone from your past, right? But it seems like it's kind of at like that beginning level, flirtatious, cutesy, doesn't take itself too seriously. And you get to decide. Two of Pentacles. Is that like, how does that feel solid to you? Is that something that, works for you? Two of Pentacles is, maybe you're going to be undecided. Does that work? Does it not work? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you just go on your merry way? Because if it's from the person from the past, let's just call it our King of Swords, and they're reaching out to reconnect and reestablish communication, because that's where we're headed here in our outcome position, you might be on the fence about that. You may not want to reignite the torch of passion with that person. Then you have, you might be torn. You have an important decision to make, right? Do you answer? Hello? Do you respond? Tippy typies, right? Or do you just move on? So it could be that if you're out there in the new world and you're thinking like, yeah, I feel like I've resolved this, and somebody kind of, hey, you up? Really? Right? Really? Is that what's going on out there in the world? You up? Really? They still talk like that? Do you see what I'm saying? So I feel like Spirit's trying to give you a heads up. Like, you'll have options and decisions to weigh, even if you receive this Ace of Wands. If you want to take it up, or if you want to keep moving on your path. So that's an interesting message. It's sort of like, be prepared. You're going to need to assess realities on the ground. And your person here, this King of Swords, in their hidden energy, I kind of feel like they're, with Justice, they're coming in really sort of prepared to take, or they are taking accountability for being a bit of a shit. Pardon my French, Francois. They're taking accountability for being less than honorable, and possibly even either deceitful or very self-serving. I'm not feeling avoidance in this person. I'm feeling like there was duplicity. Definite duplicity. Because even with this little Page of Swords, you know, they're kind of going to scope out the situation. Taking accountability, yeah, that's good. To restore fairness, to restore balance, to do the right thing. But even that Page of Swords, you know, in the days of Shakespeare, the pages would come out on stage, right? When there would be a Shakespearean play, in the times of Shakespeare, if you even read the plays, there's always a page that comes out to deliver the message, to read a part, to kind of do a little preemptory part of the play, so that we, as you know, as we're watching, we kind of know what's going on. It's like the postscript, it's like the PS, here's what's happening. That's sort of the energy, especially of the Page of Swords. So call him the spy of the tarot, or the detective of the tarot, or the one who's the curious one, who's looking for the information. And so there's this aspect of this King of Swords and the hidden energy of, I'm going to take accountability for something I did that was shady. Let's just say that at the bare minimum. But I want to be sure that that it's going to count for something. Right? So I'm going to go out there on stage and say, oh, just so we know, just so you know. You know what I mean? It's like a little scout in a way. So yeah, they might want points for coming clean about something, or for taking accountability for their part. That's fine. I understand that. It's human. Let's see this Eight of Wands in the outcome position. Eight of Swords, a little stuck energy there. King of Wands. Hello, Leo. Devil energy. All right. So the stuckness may come from some fear, some resistance, the ego. It's also karma, negative karma. But I definitely feel like, the energy that's floating around here is this person kind of saying, I know what I want, but it gets stuck because there's some overthinking and some second guessing. And the devil often is quick to say, we can't have nice things. It's Capricornian energy. It's ruled by Saturn. And if we haven't learned the lessons, if we haven't paid our dues, if we haven't, done the evaluation and made sure that we understand what we brought to the proverbial party, as I've said earlier, then we're going to stay in this kind of purgatory. And we're going to keep looping back around and learning that same lesson over and over and over again. So I almost feel like in this communication, you've got someone here that is likely going to accept responsibility. But I also feel that you may be stuck because on some level deep inside, you may be frightened. You may feel like you can't trust it. You can't trust their intentions. You can't trust yourself. You can't trust, that what they say they want is what they really want, because the last time you thought they were honorable and that you both were on a path to this beautiful life of happiness, and you're evaluating it and you're like, I'm not sure, because they seem to have my best interest at heart and I got clobbered. So do you see what I'm saying? I think you it will be very difficult for you to overcome this devil energy. And I don't think it's the energy of a person. I definitely think it is egoic fear and resistance, coming from the negative karma that exists between the two of you. So now that you know that, you've got some good help here. Ground from the root. You know what I read at the beginning, right out of the Oracle book. So go back to the beginning and watch that little part, because it gives you an idea. And the only card in the deck that really overcomes the devil is the Strength card. And the Strength card talks to us about sort of getting our game face on and gathering up our courage, but also our confidence and our character that tells us we can overcome the obstacle, that we don't have to stay in a prison of our own making, that even if this person who now claims to know what they want and they want us, even if they're not being forthright, we lived through it once, we can live through it again. So that's why I'm saying the decision will be yours. The communication, whether it comes in or not, shouldn't leave you stuck. Because all you got to do is step into that puddle, which is your feelings, and lead with your emotions. Let your emotions lead the way. Don't get stuck up here in your head. Let your emotions, lead from the root up through your body, and follow those emotions, those feelings. Let them guide you instead of ego, instead of fear, instead of a flood of nonsensical things from the past. Okay? Because you're not going back there. That is what I have for you, my loves. Told you this would go long. And I am going to do an extended from the position, from the point of view, from the perspective of this Knight of Swords. Let's see how they show up in the reading. Sorry, not the Knight, the King. How they show up, what they're processing around this connection right now, what they think of you at this moment, what their intentions are. So the links for that are below, and links 1 and 3 are for memberships. And the memberships, you have to go to a platform like any other membership is housed in a platform, moments.com, and those are automatic renewals. So you get a lot for your membership, so check that out. Link number 2 is just this extended, so nothing else goes with that, but if you just want the one, that's link number 2. And if you enjoyed the reading and you haven't yet done so, please do subscribe below. That's how I grow the channel. That's how I stay here and continue to bring you these messages and to help others just like you who are looking for this kind of guidance. And I thank you for that. So let me give you the astrology. All right, we have the Empress, came out twice. That's Venus. Venus rules Taurus and Libra. We have the Moon here. The Moon is Pisces energy. We have the World, Saturn. That's Aquarius and Capricorn. Queen of Wands, some Aries energy. King of Cups, Scorpio. Hanged Man, Neptune, which rules Pisces. King of Swords, twice Aquarian energy. Chariot is Cancerian energy. High Priestess is the Moon, and the Moon rules Cancer. Death card is Scorpio. Knight of Wands is Sagittarius. Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Justice is Libra, sorry, my bad. Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. King of Wands is Leo. And Devil energy is Capricorn. That's what I have for you. Don't forget, ground from the root. I will head to the extended, and I'll see you there in a second. Bye for now.